I mean, there's a good sized crowd here this evening, this afternoon. Um, yeah. Mm. That was it looked like the ball just kind of got away there from Brown. No. Ball lands on that flat roof there. Yeah. Early on, McCade looks a little all over the place with his pitches. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. True. David Yule, the umpire, home plate umpire today. That looked to be 75 miles per hour there. The more you see something going your way, the more you got to do it. Another hard hit off the bat though for the Michigan Wolverine squad. It looked like it looked good going off the bat, but it just kind of fell short of falling for like a single or a double. But Benjamin Sims hits really, really well for the Wolverine squad. No, but hitting 349 with the second most at bats for this Wolverine squad at 129. It's very impressive. Yeah. Mhm. Hard to see from our vantage point where that fell, but it definitely went foul. Oh, man. This is maybe why you don't park so close. And that's the second wild pitch for the evening. Second wild pitch on the evening for McCade Brown. Um, I wouldn't necessarily say this is his fault. Great, great pitch there by McCade Brown. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that's his fault. I would chalk that up to maybe Colin Hopkins not blocking the ball as efficiently as possible. And McCade Brown looks really tall on that mound. Yeah, very, very impressive. Like a Doug Fister out here. Mm. At this point, if he hits a hit, if he gets an extra base hit right here, just imagine the feeling of the baseball coming so close to your face, just missing. Unfortunately there for McCade Brown, he had been pitching well for this inning. Um, mhm. Yeah. feels a little more in control in this at bat. A little more that. Look at us talking about good misses. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. Someone's telling you to stop. Yeah, right when you're in the middle. Yeah. And Ted Burton over there at second base second base is really playing with McCade Brown. He's like faking he's gonna go, and then he doesn't go. From up here, we're just looking down and we're seeing how tall he is off the mound. It's very impressive.
And really, one of the only true advantages that they have is maybe being able to throw a little bit harder because they're closer to the plate once they throw their pitch. Now, Christian Bullock, the 9th-slot hitter for the Wolverines, stands in there in the left-handed batter's box, swings and misses on, well, fastball. We just talked about it. But listen to this start for McCade Brown real quick. Against Penn State, 7 innings pitched, no runs. No hits, 2 base on balls. He struck out 16. He struck out 16 batters. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's actually incredible.
That, there's a ball to Christian Bullock. D1 Baseball and AstroTurf National Player of the Week. Perfect Game and Rawlings Pitcher of the Week. Collegiate Baseball National Player of the Week. Here's a shot to the first baseman, Fugers, as he picks it up, makes a good play after muffling the ball maybe a little bit, steps on first base, and Christian Bullock is retired. So a ground out to the first baseman.
If Bullock hit that ball anywhere else, he would have gotten it. But Bullock hit the ball kind of right at Fugers.
Right at him. But to continue, Collegiate Baseball National Player of the Week, Big Ten Pitcher of the Week. He earned all of that
in
for
one
a 16
week,
strikeout performance and one of the best probably ever in an Indiana uniform. 7 innings pitched, no hits, 2 base on balls, and 16 strikeouts.
I think one of the best parts about that is that it was the March 16th week, if I'm not mistaken.
It was.
16 strikeouts for March 16th.
There you go, man.
There you go. You just think about different things.
There's a swing and a foul ball, Malfetta. The first pitch of the at-bat was a ball, by the way, low and outside. Now 1-1 count, 1 out in the inning. Indiana leads it 4-0. Here's the 1-1 to Malfetta. It's a ball high. 2-1 now on the Michigan third baseman, who has 2 errors to his name in the ball game. Can make up for it here with a good drive. Just get on base and try to start some kind of a rally for Michigan here in the 3rd inning. Put a couple runs on the board. The 2-1 swung on and chopped towards Houston. The shortstop throws across his body a quick little flip. A little Jose Iglesias-like, the way he kind of skipped into that ball.
I miss that guy. Miss Jose. But yeah, great play there by the Hoosiers defense.
Bring up Clark Elliott. A really good drive to left field. Hit it to the wall his last time up, and Ashley made a good catch. McCade Brown working quickly. It's a change up for a ball in the dirt. Well, I guess in the turf, you may want to say. I played here a couple times, and I will say sliding on this turf is a heck of a time. As long as you can avoid rug burn, it is a fun time sliding on this turf. There's a strike inside.
Looked a little high, that strike call.
Did look a little high. Nonetheless, the 5'10", 170-pounder Clark Elliott, he'll foul this one off. Now faces a 1-2 count.
Michigan batters have had a tough time getting ahead in the count, or getting into a pitcher's count, or getting into a batter's count. Sorry, and I guess you could chalk that up to McCade Brown being absolutely incredible.
And you can talk about that yet again, as there's another strikeout for McCade Brown, swinging this time as Clark. There's that one person at the table that's just a professional in jigsaw puzzles, and that's Ted Burton, who had that double.
Yeah.
So there's my famous analogy from Zach Linfield, if you guys ever want to hear it again. But Jimmy Overtop will lead off the inning for Michigan. He bats .276 with 9 homers. Powerful stance. There's a curveball inside, almost hit him.
The famous analogy by Zach Linfield. Wow.
How about that?
There you go. That's the book title right there.
The 1-0 to Overtop is low. Good patience so far from the 3-hole hitter for Michigan.
And a hit right here would rejuvenate this Michigan offense, I think. Anytime a leadoff man gets on the bases, it's good for the rest of that inning.
A full hitter's count here. Big 3 and a donut on the board. The 3-0 count to Overtop is a strike right down the middle. And if that wasn't 3-0 and he didn't get probably the hold sign over there, yeah. I'm pretty sure Overtop's taking a big swing on that one, and that's going deep into left field. As Overtop may have gotten something in his eye. So he has to take time and step out as he wipes it with gloves. And, I mean, if it wasn't turf, there'd be dirt on his gloves, and that would probably make the situation a bit worse. 3-1 pitch is a strike as Overtop threw his bat back towards the dugout as if he was going to get a walk. And I'll tell you what, home plate umpires do not like that.
Oh, yeah.
Now Jimmy Overtop's going back towards the dugout.
He's going to talk to Eric Bakich.
He is going to talk to Coach Eric Bakich. And I'm almost positive one of the things that Bakich is going to be saying here is that he's got to watch out for the strike zone now.
Yeah, because it's going to get a lot bigger.
A little bit bigger. You know, a little bit can be a lot when it comes to a 3-2 count. As McCade Brown has scratched and clawed his way back from 3-0 to 3-2 as Overtop looks back at the umpire one more time. And we're going to have a go at the 3-2 payoff pitch. McCade Brown already into his windup. Struck him out, and Overtop will have to go take a seat. Second strikeout for Overtop, too.
Went from a walk to a walk of shame back to the dugout.
There you go. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Bring up Griffin Mazer. He will try not to be the 6th strikeout victim for the Wolverines, as McCade Brown already has 5 to his name in this one. There's a nasty curveball, and the catcher, Hopkins, went to go throw it back to the pitcher, and he was a bit disappointed in David Yule's call, and now David Yule's hearing it from both sides. And it's not a good position as an umpire to be in. I certainly wouldn't want to be behind the plate, especially with both teams disagreeing with you a bit. The 1-0 to Mazer is a strike on the outside corner. That was a breaking ball with a lot of movement from the hitters left to right. McCade Brown's right to left.
McCade Brown does not have a very slow lineup. He goes right to his pitch.
He's straight into it.
Yeah.
There's a ball low. And he's hearing it from the first base dugout again.
That's a tough position to be in.
It is a tough position to be in back there. The 2-1 is a strike on the outside corner, and I swear to you, Nabil, that's the same exact spot as that last pitch. I'm not going to talk down on any umpires, though. They're doing their job. It's a dangerous job back there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you wear all the necessary equipment, that you're ready for the game.
I mean,
a lot of times it can be hot.
It's a dangerous enough job to where there's an actual video.
Yeah.
Umpires getting hit back there.
Mazur skies one behind the plate. Probably out of play for Hopkins it is. And you can hear the boink. And what a catch by a mom over there. That was a great grab. And her husband went for it too. I'm assuming it's her husband. Went and grabbed for it, and she made the catch. How about that?
He's going to be hearing that the entire ride home.
He'll hear that for the rest of his life.
Remember that time, honey, I caught the ball over you? Yeah, I remember that.
The 2-2 to Mazur is high, and good thing he stood off of that one, because that was the definition, I think, of high cheese from McCade Brown. A 254 hitter, Mazur stands in there with 3-2-1 on the scoreboard, and that used to be kind of funny. When I was in Little Leagues, when there was 3-2-1 on the scoreboard, we made the whole team acknowledge it because we thought it was good luck. So let's see here. It is. Ball 4. Mazur will take first base. And Michigan's got maybe something going here. All it takes is one swing of the bat.
Yeah.
Benjamin Sems will be the one to try to do that. Said it earlier, Sems was 2 for 4 in yesterday's ball game. Was one at bat away from getting his 5th. Mazur was the last out in the bottom of the 8th inning in the game, which Michigan won 10-3 against the Hoosiers yesterday night. Sems swings and drives one towards the shortstop. Houston, he tries to get it over to first base, and it's a high throw. That's probably going to go down as an error on Jeremy Houston, who was going to make an incredible play. He had to move backwards because of how hot that ball came into him. Went to go toss it over to second, and the ball just escaped his glove.
Yep.
It just ran out of there, and he couldn't make the play. He tried to throw it off of his back foot towards the first baseman, Fugers, and there it is, the first error of the ball game on the Hoosiers. And Michigan has something going in Ted Burton, who had the first hit for Michigan.
I almost said I started saying beautiful because it was going to be a nice play, but unfortunate for the Hoosiers, the ball kind of just skipped on by.
There's a step off from McCade Brown. Haven't seen him out of the stretch too much tonight. McCade Brown cements his right foot right on the edge of the mound. Sems is going to take a ball in the dirt, and the Michigan dugout trying to maybe get in the head a bit of McCade Brown here. It's kind of funny, Nabil. You talked about having a pitcher's duel as Cameron Weston walked out for that 3rd inning. Then he allowed 4 runs. If Michigan can counter with 4 here, we've got a ball game.
Hey,
or even anything in the gaps pretty much is going to score 2.
Yeah. You got some pretty.
Sam's got some good speed at first base. And he's got a big lead too.
It's at least 3 strides.
There's a strike on the outside corner, and you know he's going to hear it. he's been hearing it all inning, and the 4th inning has not been kind to home plate umpire David Ewell. He's trying to do his job, man. Nobody's perfect, I suppose.
Nobody's perfect.
1-1 count on Ted Burton. Mazur dancing around there at second base, doing the tango or something. And that's an ice of the pitcher. McCade Brown gets a time from Ted Burton at the plate, and he gets it from David Ewell. And that'll prompt a trip out. Colin Hopkins will go talk to McCade Brown.
Ding-dong.
Ted Burton, who homered yesterday with one swing of the bat, could change the whole narrative of today's ball game.
4-0 is much different than 4-3.
Sems could be looking for his 6th home run. Would be RBIs 23, 24, and 25 if he could put one over the amazing blue wall in the outfield here. Sems will take a ball away, and home plate umpire David Ewell and Colin Hopkins will ask down to first base umpire
Sal Giacomontonio.
Giacomontonio, there you go. Down there at first base. Two 2-1 against Ted Burton. Patiently waiting for the pitch from McCade Brown. Here's a pitch right down the middle. Sems takes it 2-2.
That was a good pitch there by McCade Brown.
It looked like the changeup on the top inside corner, and you don't want to leave changeups up in the zone, but it looked like Burton just wasn't interested in that pitch.
Yeah.
The 2-2 from Brown missed low and outside in the dirt. Good block by Colin
great
Hopkins.
block.
And here you go again. You have to acknowledge the 3-2-1, and this is going to be an official statistic from now on. If 3-2-1 is up there, and Zach Linfield calls it out, you have to see what it's going to be like, and this will be a mound visit now for Indiana.
The amount of name drops for Zach Linfield. He's going to get a book tour soon.
Oh, goodness gracious. Since we unfortunately don't have numbers for their coaches. Oh, no, we do. That's Justin Parker. He did make the walk out to the mound to go talk to McCade Brown prior to this big pitch, the 3-2-1 pitch. So it is big. The payoff pitch will be coming from McCade Brown momentarily. He was walked one on the day, 5 strikeouts. Good line so far from McCade Brown.
And they call Ted Burton Teddy Two Bags.
See if he can get another 2. He doubled in his at-bat earlier. On the bases right now is Griffin Mazer and Benjamin Sems. Mazer's at second, Sems is at first. Burton's at home trying to get something going for the Wolverines. He doubled to left field in his first at-bat. Big pitch upcoming in the first place matchup between Michigan and Indiana. The 3-2. Swing and a blooper towards Jeremy Houston. It's an easy out. That'll be the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Tito Flores.
We could have easily gotten an infield fly rule.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. That rule is always so confusing to me.
That's quite a confusing rule. I was at a softball game the other day, and the home plate umpire didn't even know what it was. So it's not just us guys; it's umpires too sometimes. Tito Flores is hit by the pitch in his last at bat. Great day yesterday. It was 2 for 4, a couple RBIs. He'll take on an outside curveball. 1-0 against Tito. On deck is Riley Bertram. In the hole is Christian Bullock. Bertram, Cade, and Bullock grounded out to the first baseman last time up. Tito Flores, like I said, was hit by pitch, took 2 balls straight inside. The second one was a breaking ball that hit him probably right in the middle of the deuces on his back. The 1-0 from McCade Brown. Inside again, man, that's a fastball. We talked about it last at-bat for Flores that he's got to start turning his head. He's got to start turning his head or he's going to get hit in that face of his at some point. He's taken a couple fastballs inside, and both pitches so far have been inside against Flores. The first one was outside, but 3 of the 4 pitches that he's seen have been inside is what I was trying to say there. The 2-0 to Flores. There's a pick move towards Mazer. A sliding catch by Tates at second base.
It was close.
Was close. Good thing Mazer wasn't dancing around, or else he would have had to find his footing and slide back.
Yeah.
But you could probably get a stride or 2 more, maybe a short stride, on this turf, because on dirt sometimes it's kind of questionable how far you can slide, but on this turf it's super easy.
Yeah.
The 2-0 to Flores. Inside strike this time. 2-1 count on Flores. Had 128 at-bats this season. This will be his 129th. 40 total hits. He scored 29 runs, 27 RBIs, and 17 walks, although he has K'd 21 times. He's done a great job so far for the Wolverines this season. There's a 2-1 swinging into center field. Under it is Richardson. He should drift over and make the catch. He does, and McCade Brown gets out of a big-time jam. The catcher, Colin Hopkins, goes to hype him up. The Indiana's as well, but for the Wolverines, second baseman, where's number 12, bats in the 8 slot. Struck out in his first at-bat swinging in the left-handed batter's box for Michigan. Maize and Blue got to get something going before it's too late in this ball game. They got 5 more opportunities and innings to do so. takes the first pitch for a strike. The 0-1 pitch is another fastball taken for a strike, and Riley Bertram's in a quick 0-2 hole.
It looked a bit outside there, but benefit of the doubt from the umpire.
The 0-2 swung on and lined down the left field line, and Indiana's third baseman Cole Barr is playing quite far away from. There's a throw into the the bullpen from Drew Ashley, but Cole Barr is playing quite a bit away from the third base line. There's a ball taken outside, patient by Riley Bertram to take that pitch. But yeah, with the shortstop Jeremy Houston playing in the outfield pretty much behind second base, the third base line is open. If Riley Bertram can be patient enough to wait on a pitch and drive it down the left field line, because the outfield's playing pretty straight up, in my opinion. That was a ball on that last pitch. It's 2-2 against Riley Bertram as McCade Brown works into his windup. Here's a foul ball, probably going to hit the overhang and bounce. It'll stay inside Ray Fisher Stadium. The Wilpon Complex here in the, of course, beautiful Ann Arbor, Michigan. Campus of the University of Michigan. The Wolverines and Hoosiers facing off, tied for first place in the Big Ten. 2-2 pitch to Bertram's taken for a strike right down the pipe. The second K of the game against Bertram.
Pop Smoke.
You a big walk-up guy? Well, let's talk to Bill.
Oh, I love walk-up music.
Well, what would your walk-up song be?
Run This Town.
Okay, Jay-Z?
Yeah, absolutely.
Christian Bullock shows bunt, strike one.
I would run this town. I'm joking. No, but it's a good song. I like that song. But yeah, I don't know. What would yours be? Walk-up song.
I don't know. I have to think about that a little bit. The 0-1 pitch to Christian Bullock is taken outside. If it had to be a split decision, it'd have to be Do Not Disturb by Drake.
Oh, okay.
One of my favorite players for the Tigers the past 10 years was Nicholas Castellanos, and I thought it was awesome when he walked up to that song, especially at night. It was a vibey song, or strike two against Christian Bullock, but it was super vibey, and I loved whenever he would walk up to that song. I was super disappointed. He changed it mid-season because he went into a slump.
Yeah.
The 1-2 to Bullock holds off on the high cheddar. 2-2 now.
There's two ways to go about it, really. You can either do a song that you really enjoy, or you can do a song that wants to strike fear into the hearts of your opponents.
There's a full count now against Christian Bullock, ball high and outside, and yeah, no, I completely understand what you're thinking of. I don't remember the Dodgers player last year. It may have been Trey Turner, who had Baby Shark as his walk-up song, and that got everyone up. It may have been the Washington Nationals. And there's another strike three looking. Two straight at-bats now for the Wolverines. They've taken strike three, and I believe that's right down the middle both times.
Yeah.
McCade Brown will look to strike out the side. It'll be the Stanford transfer Christian Malfetta at the plate for the Wolverines. He's grounded out.
But those backward
Third baseman and
Ks.
shortstop.
Those backward Ks look so nice, I will say.
Malfetta will sky one into right field. Barely moving is Morgan Colopy, and Christian Malfetta will have to sit down.
Right now,
Led the Hoosiers to a Big Ten regular season title in 2019, and he earned the Big Ten Coach of the Year that season as well. He could be in the running for that again this season, along with Coach Owens. Steve Owens of Rutgers has done a great job over there too, as Indiana's finally sending some guys out there to the bullpen. But Clark Elliott's in the plate for Michigan. He'll foul one back right over our heads.
that would have come right to us. I would have caught that.
What would you have?
Ladies and gentlemen, I would have caught that one. Just letting you all know. I would have caught that. No, I would not have caught that.
0-1 to Clark Elliott. As a change-up looked a bit low. 1-1.
I mean, if you look at McCade Brown's stats for the evening, 1 base on balls, 7 Ks.
Clark Elliott puts a jolt into one in the left field, into the left center gap. Coming over and making the catch for Indiana is Grant Richardson. Another good swing put on a ball by Clark Elliott. It's the second time in the ball game he's put a jolt into one.
And Michigan players are tracking the ball well, it seems. But McCade Brown has just enough on it to where the ball just kind of dies, you know. And so
Obertop, who's 0 for 2 on the day, takes the plate and fouls one off.
There's the cars.
There's the cars again.
There's the cars. Oh
we also have people too, because the track that is at the IM building behind us has a lot of people that were running on it because of the beautiful weather today. Well, not as beautiful anymore. The 0-1 pitch is taken for a ball by Obertop, who struck out in maybe a bit of an argument last at-bat with David Ewell, the home plate umpire. But the people running around the track they're getting their memorabilia and the souvenirs from today's game. The 1-1. Swung on and fouled. Lots of patience from Obertop. Although a lot of patience, but still wasn't patient enough. Fouled it off right off home plate. Ball hits home plate. It's called a foul ball. So 1-2 against Mr. Obertop, who's dealt with some injury issues this season. Still bats .274 with 9 homers. Leads the Wolverines.
Oh.
Here's a fly ball. Center field. Should be caught by Richardson. He's under it, waiting for forever. The towering fly ball is finally caught by Richardson. 2 outs now. Griffin Mazer take the plate for the Wolverines. A couple of quick outs.
I think part of the reason it feels so quick, though, is because McCade Brown does not wait long between pitches. He kind of just goes. And so, you know.
No, you're exactly right. And McCade Brown, once the batter is set, we'll see here, right as he gets set and he's done tapping the plate, Mazer fouls one back to the screen.
He's ready to go.
He's right into it.
Yeah.
He doesn't really give the batters a second to breathe. And Mazer here, he's got to step out, take his helmet off, fix the hair, of course, fix the gloves, and then get set. Make sure he calls for time because McCade Brown is staring him down as he does all of that. And all of a sudden, he's right into it. 0-1. Swing right up the middle, Mazer, and man, what a play by Tate. Throws over to first base and gets him. He did muff the ball a bit there, nonetheless makes the play. A sliding grab towards the center field gap. Oh, it's Michiganders. The South Detroit part is
the only part.
Legendary.
That's the only part. But yes, you were saying, sorry, McCade Brown has done wonderful.
He has been wonderful.
Evening. As much as we are the sports radio group for the Wolverines,
we are also on BTN Plus, though, so we have to be a bit unbiased for this one.
Yeah, I mean, we always are unbiased, but I'm just saying. I mean, it's hard not to overlook and admire McCade Brown's
job
outing,
he's done
today.
Exactly. Sems takes a strike on the outside corner. It's an 0-1 count. McCade Brown already set to go. Makes it 1-1. Evens it out. Benjamin Sems 0 for 2 on the day for the Wolverines. Here's a swing and a gap shot left side. Gets right through the third baseman and the shortstop. And Benjamin Sems arrives on first base, puts one into the cookie jar, and Michigan's got a runner on first base. And how about a bit of a rally?
There you go. We'll put our headsets backwards.
Oh, there you go.
The Michigan fans are very appreciative of that second hit of the ball game. So they're looking to get something going here with Ted Burton. Teddy Two-Bagger?
Maybe. Taking for a ball on the outside for Ted Burton. 1 for 2 in the ball game.
I just see one pitcher warming up right now for the Indiana Hoosiers. Kind of lightly throwing the ball. Not really doing any strong pitches yet.
Well, McCade Brown at 91. He's still got a bit in the tank. This is going to be a short chopper down the left side. Ted Burton's going to have to go foul. The third baseman, Cole Barr, will let it go. 2 straight incredible starts for Indiana's McCade Brown. The sophomore is making a name for himself, to say the least. In his last start last week against Rutgers, said it before, 7 innings pitched, 1 hit, and it was a home run in the 7th inning against Rutgers. 3 base on balls and 11 Ks, and he almost earned the loss because Indiana's offense couldn't get anything going. Different story here tonight. There's a wild pitch, and that will be an official wild pitch, as going to second base will be Sems. And that'll prompt a visit out from Colin Hopkins to go visit McCade Brown, calm him down a little bit.
Yeah, the ball kind of just got away from McCade Brown there.
You can bet even though it's a 7-0 game, Indiana leading it, Michigan's going to try and scratch their way back. The Wolverines will do their part trying to make it a competitive game in the last 3 frames, at least in the size that they're hitting. But where I was going to try and get to there is that Indiana will probably still throw their best relievers. Get them some innings and make sure there's no comeback in this game, because this is a massive game when it comes to Big Ten standings.
Yeah. Indiana and Michigan splitting these first 2 games will make tomorrow all the more important.
It will, truly. It'll be a full game. It'll be either 2 games lead for Indiana, or it'll be a 1-game lead for Michigan tomorrow, as they'll be officially, well, they'll even it up. If Michigan wins tomorrow and Indiana ends up winning here today, it will be tied.
Yeah.
But good news from Lincoln, Nebraska, as Northwestern's leading in the bottom of the 4th inning, 3-0 for both of these teams. Michigan and Indiana trying to get a little bit of separation from the Cornhuskers.
Brown's had a tough time reining in his pitches this bottom half of the inning.
He has, and this is kind of around where it gets a little bit shaky for McCade Brown. The payoff pitch awaiting Ted Burton. Michigan could put 2 guys on to lead off the inning here. He will. And Indiana's dugout wanted that one. And they wanted that one. It was an outside pitch, maybe an inch or 2 outside of the liking of David Ewell, the home plate umpire. Colin Hopkins certainly wanted it. I was kind of waiting to see if there would be a visit from an Indiana coach. Not to my favor, though. Justin Parker would probably be the one to go out there and talk to him. And I've seen a couple times now that IU bullpen, we can't see who it is due to the distance and the color of IU's uniforms, but there's been a couple of wild pitches that he's thrown down there too. Maybe he's having a bit of trouble channeling that in. Tito Flores at the plate now for Michigan. It's a 1-0 count as he takes a ball outside. But whoever that pitcher is in the bullpen has been a bit wild, and each pitch has pretty much been low. And here comes Justin Parker, the pitching coach for IU, which means it'll more than likely just be a mound visit rather than a switch. Tito Flores could have a big job to do here. He has the ability to knock in a run, and if Michigan can get anywhere between 2 to 4 runs this inning, the game's still competitive. You don't want to be down to your final 6 outs for sure. Michigan's still got 9 outs to work with. Michigan is in play to roll into a double play here with guys at first and second base.
Or the coveted triple play.
A coveted triple play.
Here comes my announcer jinx. David Ewell really doesn't like long mound visits. He comes and gets them real quick.
I tell you what, down there, I mean, even in here we got a little bit of a breeze, but I can't imagine being down there in the bowl of the stadium and it being a little bit cold. Maybe Mr. Ewell is a bit cold back there. The 1-0 to Flores is fouled away. Lots of room to work for Fugers, but it's well into the parking lot. It'll be a 1-1 count now. Who knows? Maybe when I leave the ball game today,
we'll just have a couple of souvenirs there.
There'll be a souvenir under my car or something, or in it.
Or, oh man, if it was in it, that would be rough stuff.
Yep, sorry. Flores awaiting the 1-1. outside for a ball. I think nonetheless, Tito Flores will probably be the last hitter that McCade Brown will face in a great ball game that he's thrown. He's 3 away from 100. With Flores at the plate, Burton at first and Sems at second. It's getting a little bit shaky for IU now. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. There's a really good pitch. It looked like he got some gas on that one.
Big time rip there by Tito Flores. He's trying to hit that ball pretty far. You know, I'm going to make a guess for the pitcher that's going to come out for the Indiana Hoosiers. I'm going to guess 34, Braden Tucker. That's my guess.
Noted. Make a note of that. Get a candy bar if you get it right. The 2-2 pitch. Taken for a ball. He's been really close with these outside corner pitches now, and Tito Flores has got to defend. It's a 3-2 count. Michigan and Indiana 7-0. IU leads it in a battle for first place in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And the Wolverines trying to scratch their way back here. They got 2 runners on in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a full count payoff pitch coming from Brown. Swinging a drive into center field, maybe over the head of the outfielder Richardson. It will be. Michigan, it'll get all the way to the wall. Sems has to score. He's got to get around to home plate, and he will. Tito Flores and Michigan, they've got it going a little bit here and hailed to the victor's place for the first time this afternoon. It's a 7-1 lead.
Great hit there by Tito
Trouble
Flores.
reading it maybe in the outfield for Grant Richardson.
Yeah.
We can't see behind us if maybe there's anything distracting him up there, but he definitely got a wrong read on it. You know, the first step as an outfielder, you're always taught that the first step is supposed to be back, but his first step was in, and then he had to do a lot of chasing. It probably went 1 or 2 inches above Grant Richardson in the outfield, and that will be it for McCade Brown. So we'll see who's coming in for the Hoosiers, though. The final stat line of McCade Brown is he will have to have the baseball taken away from him here. 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run. That is 2 base on balls, 7 Ks, and 2 of the 3 hits that he allowed were doubles. So Michigan finally chases McCade Brown from the ball game, 103 pitches in, and hit the road jack, plays across